James Willard Schultz, or Apikuni, was a noted author, explorer, Glacier National Park guide, fur trader and historian of the Blackfoot Indians. He operated a fur trading post at Carroll, Montana, 47.57361 degrees north, 108.37333 degrees west, 47.57361 minus 108.37333, and lived among the Pikuni tribe during the period 1880 to 82. He was given the name Apikuni by the Pikuni chief, running Crane.Apikuni in Blackfoot means spotted robe. Schultz is most noted for his 37 books, most about Blackfoot life, and for his contributions to the naming of prominent features in Glacier National Park. Early life. Schultz was born August 26, 1859 in Boonville, New York, 43.48361 degrees north, 75.33667 degrees west, 43.48361 minus 75.33667, to well-to-do parents, Francis and Philander Bushrod Schultz. The house where he was born is marked with a plaque as a New York State Historic Landmark. Young James enjoyed the outdoors, and his father ensured he was mentored by experienced outdoorsmen and hunters in the Adirondacks during camping and hunting trips. He became an experienced shooter at an early age. Early years in Montana. As a young adult, Schultz moved to Fort Conrad, Montana on the Marias River. He stayed at Fort Conrad from 1877 to 1885, and established a trading post there in 1880. During that time period he traded with the Pikuni and the Blood and established another trading post at Carroll, Montana on the Missouri River, where he also traded with the Cree. Glacier National Park. In the mid-1880s, Schultz began to spend more time in the Two Medicine and St. Mary Lakes region of what is now Glacier National Park, guiding and outfitting local hunters. In 1885 he sent an article on the St. Mary Lakes to Forest and Stream, one of his first literary efforts. At the time George Bird Grinnell was the magazine's editor, and he became intrigued with Schultz and the Glacier region. Grinnell solicited Schultz to outfit and guide him on a hunting trip in Glacier in September 1885. Although the trip was not a great success for Grinnell, he did kill a bighorn ram on a mountain near the upper St. Mary Lake with a single shot. Schultz promptly named the mountain Single Shot Mountain to honor Grinnell's feat. Thus began decades of Schultz naming features in the Glacier regions for clients and friends, and to honor traditional Indian names. Montana State University Library has a digital library of papers and photographs documenting Schultz's time in Montana and Glacier National Park. Glacier features named by Schultz: Divide Mountain, Flat Top Mountain, 48.73944 degrees north, 113.52111 degrees west, 48.73944 minus 113.52111, 8,356 feet. Grinnell Glacier, Grinnell Mountain, Grinnell Lake. Going to the Sun Mountain, 48.69083 degrees north, 113.63639 degrees west, 48.69083 minus 113.63639, 9,642 feet. Single Shot Mountain, Whitefish Mountain, originally named Yellowfish Mountain by Schultz. Glacier features named for Schultz: Apikuni Creek, 48.80500 degrees north, 113.61833 degrees west, 48.80500 minus 113.61833 L. 4,793 feet. Apikuni Flat, 48.80139 degrees north, 113.63417 degrees west, 48.80139 minus 113.63417 L. 4,869 feet. Pikuni Falls, 48.81417 degrees north, 113.64250 degrees west, 48.81417 minus 113.64250 L. 5,522 feet. Pikuni Mountain, 48.83639 degrees north, 113.65389 degrees west, 48.83639 minus 113.65389 L. 8,989 feet. Author James Willard Schultz started writing at the age of 21, publishing articles and stories in Forest and Stream for 15 years. He did not write his first book until 1907 at age 48. The memoir, My Life as an Indian, tells the story of his first year living with the Pikuni tribe of Blackfoot Indians east of Glacier. In 1911, he associated himself with publishers Houghton Mifflin. The firm published Schultz's subsequent books for the next 30 years. In all, Schultz wrote and published 37 fiction and non-fiction books dealing with the Blackfoot, Kootenai, and Flathead Indians. His works received critical literary acclaim from the general media as well as academia for his storytelling and contributions to ethnology. Sometime after 1902, while living in Southern California, Schultz worked for a while as the literary editor of the Los Angeles Times. Family. Schultz's first marriage in 1879 was to Natiki, a Piegan Blackfeet. They had a son named Hart Merriam Schultz, or Lone Wolf. He was named after Schultz's boyhood friend Clinton Hart Merriam. Natiki died in 1903. Schultz married again, to Jessica Schultz. She helped publish some of Schultz's works posthumously, such as Spare Chief's War Shirt. She married again after his death. James Schultz suffered from ill health for most of his last 30 years. Guiding in the rugged glacier area took its toll physically. He suffered from incapacitating lung and heart infections. In 1931 he injured his spine. In 1942 he fell, breaking his left leg and right arm. In September 1944, a fall at his home in Denver broke his hip and required major surgery to repair. His deteriorating health severely reduced his ability to write and concentrate. After moving to the Wind River Reservation in Wyoming to be close to the Native American tribes he grew up with, he suffered a fatal heart attack and died on June 11, 1947. He wanted to be buried in Montana and was laid to rest on the Blackfoot Reservation, 48.65861 degrees north, 112.87167 degrees west, 48.65861 minus 112.87167, near Browning, Montana, in the old burial ground of the family of Natiki, his first wife. List of works. Books by Schultz, James Willard. My Life as an Indian, the story of a red woman and a white man in the lodges of the Blackfeet. New York, Doubleday, Page and Amp Company. Schultz, James Willard. With the Indians in the Rockies. Boston, Massachusetts, Houghton Mifflin Company. Schultz, James Willard. Sinopa, The Indian Boy. Boston, Massachusetts, Houghton Mifflin Company. Schultz, James Willard. The Quest of the Fish Dog Skin. Boston, Massachusetts, Houghton Mifflin Company. Schultz, James Willard. On the Warpath. Boston, Massachusetts. Houghton Mifflin Company. Schultz, James Willard. Blackfeet Tales of Glacier National Park. Boston, Houghton Mifflin and Amp Co. Schultz, James Willard. Our Power Caller of Buffalo. Boston, Houghton Mifflin and Amp Co. Schultz, James Willard. The Gold Cache. Boston, Houghton Mifflin and Amp Co. Schultz, James Willard. Bird Woman, The Guide of Lewis and Clark. Boston, Houghton Mifflin and Amp Co. Schultz, James Willard. Lone Bull's Mistake, a Lodgepole Chief Story. Boston, Houghton Mifflin and Amp Co. Schultz, James Willard. Rising Wolf, the White Blackfeet Human Rose Story of his first year on the plains. Boston, Massachusetts. Houghton Mifflin Company. Schultz, James Willard. Running Eagle, the Warrior Girl. Boston, Massachusetts. Houghton Mifflin Company. Schultz, James Willard. In the Great Apache Forest. Boston, Massachusetts. Houghton Mifflin Company. Schultz, James Willard. Dreadful River Cave. Boston, Massachusetts. Houghton Mifflin Company. Schultz, James Willard. The War Trail Fort Further Adventures of Thomas Fox and Peter Macon. Boston, Massachusetts. Houghton Mifflin Company. Schultz, James Willard. Caesar of Eagles. Boston, Houghton Mifflin and Amp Co. Schultz, James Willard. Trail of the Spanish Horse. Boston, Houghton Mifflin and Amp Co. Schultz, James Willard. The Danger Trail, a thrilling story of the fur traders. Boston, Houghton Mifflin and Amp Co. Schultz, James Willard. Friends of My Life as an Indian. Boston, Houghton Mifflin and Amp Co. Schultz, James Willard. Sartaki and I. Boston, Houghton Mifflin and Amp Co. Schultz, James Willard. Plumed Snake Medicine. Boston, Houghton Mifflin and Amp Co. Schultz, James Willard. Questers of the Desert. Boston, Houghton Mifflin and Amp Co. Schultz, James Willard. Signposts of Adventure. Glacier National Park as the Indians Know It. Boston, Houghton Mifflin and Amp Co. Schultz, James Willard. Sun Woman, a novel. Boston, Houghton Mifflin and Amp Co. Schultz, James Willard. William Jackson, Indian Scout. Boston, Houghton Mifflin and Amp Co. Schultz, James Willard. A Son of the Navajos. Boston, Houghton Mifflin and Amp Co. Schultz, James Willard. Red Crow's Brother. Boston, Houghton Mifflin and Amp Co. Schultz, James Willard. In Enemy Country. Boston, Houghton Mifflin and Amp Co. Schultz, James Willard. Skullhead the Terrible. Boston, Houghton Mifflin and Amp Co. Schultz, James Willard. The White Beaver. Boston, Houghton Mifflin and Amp Co. Schultz, James Willard. Donaldson, Jesse Louise. Sun God's Children. Boston, Houghton Mifflin and Amp Co. Schultz, James Willard. Friends and Foes in the Rockies. Boston, Houghton Mifflin and Amp Co. Schultz, James Willard. Alder Gulch Gold. Boston, Houghton Mifflin and Amp Co. Schultz, James Willard. Gold Dust. Boston, Houghton Mifflin and Amp Co. Schultz, James Willard. The White Buffalo Robe. Boston, Houghton Mifflin and Amp Co. Schultz, James Willard. Stained Gold. Boston, Houghton Mifflin and Amp Co. Schultz, James Willard. Shortbow's Big Medicine. Boston, Houghton Mifflin and Amp Co. Schultz, James Willard. Blackfeet Man. Stories of the famous Montana Indian story writer and an original map and guide to the beautiful region he loved. Helena, Montana. Montana Historical Society. Schultz, James Willard. Blackfeet and Buffalo, Memories of My Life Among the Indians. Norman, University of Oklahoma Press.